This is Eye on Excellence, sponsored by LSU Auxiliary Services.
Hi, I'm Lance Frank with this week's Eye on Excellence Student Spotlight, and this week we're joined by Krista Allen, who's a senior in the College of Arts and Sciences. Her major is history, minor is leadership development. Very impressive GPA, 3.75. And Krista is very involved on campus. She's an LSU ambassador. She is Assistant Director of Academics for Student Government. She also sits on the Civic Engagement Committee for Student Government. She's a member of Tigers for Israel and a member of a prestigious organization called the Mortar Board, an honor society called ODK. She's involved in Susan G. Komen. You were on the Provost Council. You've been involved in Stripes. Krista, that's so much stuff that you're involved in. How do you manage all of that?
Some days I'm not sure how it all gets done.
But it gets done.
But it gets done somehow. I have my planner is chock full, so I just do my best to keep myself very organized. But there's some long days in there for sure.
How do you get through those long days?
I guess my philosophy, like when I came to LSU, was that make the most out of your 4 years. You know, you're only going to be 18 to 22 once in your life. Live it up, but make sure that you contribute to your campus. And so for me, it was always, of course, academics came first, being a student came first, but all the activities that I became involved with, and now as I kind of end my senior year, I look back and say they were all things that I did to make sure that LSU is a better place when I leave. And I am, as advanced as a student and a better person when I leave here.
And when you first got to LSU, did you ever imagine that you would be involved in all of these organizations? I know that you've gone a lot of places to represent LSU, and you do a lot to make LSU a better place. Did you ever think that this would be you here at LSU?
Absolutely not. I thought for sure that the one thing I knew I wanted to do when I came here was to be an LSU ambassador. I'm actually the youngest of three. And so I am fortunate to have a brother and sister who went here, and they were both ambassadors, and I just always thought it was the coolest thing. So that was the only thing I knew I wanted to do, and I think when I got here, that's when I saw the opportunities and possibilities, and every week I discover something new and a new possibility at LSU, so never foresaw this, no.
What has been your coolest experience, I guess, representing all of these organizations or being involved?
The coolest experience, I guess I'll say the one that was like the most memorable for me. When my first year as an orientation leader, I decided I was going to work summer orientation. After my first year at LSU, and at the end of the summer, we were doing just a recruiting event for any prospective students for the next year. And I went and sat with the family at a table. We were just eating jambalaya, talking, and the young man's mother looked at me and she said, "I'm gonna be straight with you, Krista." She said, Nicholas is being recruited for Auburn, Baylor, Texas A&M, and you need to tell us why he should come to LSU. And I thought, whoa, that's a big responsibility over jambalaya, but I said, I'll do my best. So, I just told him about experiences I had had and why I thought LSU was a special place for me. And then I just told him, you'll figure out why LSU is special for you. Well, the next summer, I was doing orientation, but in a different capacity. I was actually the orientation team leader, so I kind of like supervised the orientation leaders. And I was walking through Tiger Lair in the Union, and I heard Krista, and I turned around, and there were the Arboras, and Nicholas had chosen to come to LSU. And his mom just commented that, it was because you inspired Nicholas and showed him that there were special things about LSU that he chose it. So I think it was special for me because I know him and I will always share that bond. I still see him in the quad sometimes, and we say hello, so definitely the coolest.
That's such a remarkable experience, and you have certainly put in a lot of time in all of these organizations. Why is it so important for you to leave your mark here on campus and make a difference?
I think, it's weird now that I'm a senior and I'm getting ready to graduate, like looking back, I realize that I have come so far because of what LSU has given me, and so I know that it's important for me to leave my mark because I have to give something back. I know that I'm leaving here a stronger, more educated, confident young woman, and it's because of the faculty and staff here. It's because of the chancellor taking time to come and sit down and talk to us about Dead Week policy or to talk to us about issues that affect us as students. And I know that I've got to repay LSU somehow for all that it has given me and how it's prepared me for life post-graduation.
I think that you've done a good job of repaying LSU, Krista.
Thank you, thank you.
And Krista Allen, our Eye on Excellence Student Spotlight this week. If you'd like to nominate someone, you can do it right here on this website, tigertv.tv, and you can be just like Krista and win a $20 Paw Points gift card from University Auxiliary Services
Nice.
for being our Student Spotlight. So thank you, Krista,
Thank
for
you,
joining
Lance.
us. Nominate someone again right here on this website. We'll see you next week.